For the longest time, I thought that the Bible contradicted itself when I read the Ten Commandments and I read the part where it says, "You shall not kill." And it didn't make any sense to me because I said, well, why is God commanding his people to not kill, yet he orders them in the Old Testament under Moses' guidance and many other patriarchs and prophets to go and wipe out complete surrounding nations or people, pagans, and the Esmerites and all the surrounding nations that were against the Israelites. God gives the command to go and kill, or go to war with and kill. And so that, for the longest time, it contradicted itself. But I never doubted. I just always thought to myself, I don't understand yet. I will pray about it so that the Lord may give me enlightenment, so that I may understand his word. Because when you read the Bible, not everything is translated correctly, at least not to the English. And it's not until you seek for yourself and you dig in deep and take things back to the Hebrew and Greek that you start to understand the original translation, and actually makes more perfect sense than before. And I want to run that real quick by you guys. One small thing. Now, I know that there's a lot of people in our armed forces that go and defend our country, and sometimes they have to fight, and in these fights either they die or the other person dies. And I feel like a lot of people come back feeling guilty, and I want to let these people know that you are not guilty, and that it is okay to kill when it comes to having a leveled playing ground. And let me explain. So now, if we go to the book of Exodus chapter 20, and we read where it says, chapter 20 verse 13, and it says, "Thou shalt not kill." Did you know that is not translated correctly? If we take that verse back to the Hebrew, the original Hebrew, and this is the book that I'm using, Strong's Bible Concordance, and we go to where it says kill. It says Exodus 22, or Exodus 20 verse 13. It tells us to go to the Hebrew and look up 75:23. 75:23 in the Hebrew. 75:23. And we'll look it up in the Hebrew original translation. See, this is the things a lot of people don't do. They don't go the extra mile to find out for themselves. And they just live with the doubt in their mind instead of checking it out for themselves. That way no one can tell you something that is not true. 75:23, and there it is. 75:23, right there. I'll go ahead and read it, and it says, "A prime root prop to dash in pieces, kill a human being, spec to murder, to put to death, slayer, murder." So the original translation is murder. Thou shalt not murder. And I'll tell you straight up right now, there are two big differences between killing and murdering. Because to kill, like for example, when you go to war, both sides know it's an even playing ground. They're both aware. If it's not me, it's them. If it's not them, it's me. So both sides have a leveled and even chance to defend themselves. But to murder is to come behind someone's back deceitfully without giving them the chance to defend themselves, without giving them the chance to fight for their life. And that is what God is against. He's against someone taking someone's life without giving them the opportunity to save and fight for their own life. That's the difference between murder and kill. To kill is, for example, Goliath and David. They both knew that it was either going to be him or him, and they both were in the even, and they went to war, and then the outcome we know. But to murder is to come deceitfully, like a thief in the night, without giving the other person a chance to fight for their life. That's the difference between murder and kill. And we can go to the book of Ecclesiastes. And King Solomon, being the wisest king ever to walk on earth, besides Jesus, he says here, seasons for everything. And he goes on to say, to everything there is a season and a time, to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck, a time to kill and a time to heal. And if we follow that root word right there back into the Hebrew, it does say kill. It does translate to kill correctly. So the Bible is telling you right here, there's a time for everything, even killing. But when you kill, it's a level ground. You're pretty much fighting for your life and the other person too. So you're both in the same mindset. But to murder is very different. I thought I'd share that with you guys because just the more you know. We have to dig for the truth, guys. You have to study for yourselves. With that being said, until next time, bros. Peace.